Alright guys, and welcome back to Armoured Warfare, and today we are taking out the M2 Bradley on a coastal threat yet again. Now, I've refrained from playing the Bradley for a very, very long time. A lot of people on the forums have been saying, the Bradley is terrible, the Bradley is the worst, I hate the Bradley, and I got influenced by it. But today, I rose up to my fears, if I could speak, and took the Bradley out. This is my first ever match in the Bradley. The first ever. I mean ever. I've never played the Bradley before. This is it. I've got my ATGMs loaded, and there's a 2AV. The 2AV comes round, I shoot a missile at him, and I do 564 damage, straight through the front of his turret. He pops up again, I hit him on the turret again, fire smoke, and get out the way. He shoots a rock, and I'm crashing into one as well. But yeah, Bradley, I like it. I would like, I'd prefer a BMP3 or something. Oh, I bounced around from a 2AV. I'd prefer myself a BMP over the Bradley, to be honest. But the Bradley, if I could speak, isn't actually that bad of a vehicle to put what everyone else has been saying. So I've already done 1,132 damage, minus 41 because I did some to the friendly. So I've only done 1,091 damage so far. With 2 ATGMs, it does fire 2 in one salvo, which is quite nice. It fires one, then a second one 2 seconds later. With a 16.2 second reload on those ATGMs, they're not that slow firing. Decent penetration and good damage. Another 518 damage straight through the front of a Stingray. The ATGMs are very, very effective. The biggest problem that I think a lot of people struggle with on the Bradley is its size for an AFV. It's a very, very big AFV. Probably the biggest of its class. Like the BMP3s and that are nowhere near as tall as this thing. This thing is very long, very narrow. It's quite a narrow vehicle, but it's very tall. Being tall is the thing it struggles with the most. But that does come with some good advantages, though. It's not just the gun depression of this tank. I think it's about 12 degrees. I think. Don't quote me on that one. I think it's 12 degrees. I think. Underline it. It's in italics, and it's completely in bold and red font. I think. Okay? I think it is. But it's good. The gun, the two weapons that it gets, the ATGMs and the 25mm Bushmaster, are both very, very effective. And so far, I've only shown you what the ATGMs are like. But I will be showing you a bit later on what the Bushmaster's like. It's not a very long game, this. And the Bradley succumbs to its biggest weakness of dying very quickly. Which, as you can see, I'm already on 566 HP. After taking only 2 hits. But, here we go. Bradley time. Dun dun dun. But the two good things about this vehicle is it gets APS and it gets ERA. ERA all over the front and all over the side, which is really helpful actually against vehicles that spam heat and to some extent AP. It's also got very strong armour at 90mm on the front hull, which is very effective at stopping autocannons. And here you go. Here's the 25mm Bushmaster. It's got a 1.7 second aiming time for me, and it does about 57 damage per hit, which for 33 rounds in one magazine with a 6.93 second reload, that's very good. That's a really, really powerful gun. Now, I'm not sure if I'd prefer the Bushmaster or a 30mm cannon from the Russians. The Russian guns have better pen and better damage, but they have less rounds per clip and have a longer reload. So, I don't know what to pick. T-72A, here we go. This thing has got a lot of ERA slapped all over. It's very thick armour. Watch this. Top of the turret, red, boom. Straight through the top, 451 damage. Boom, there's an XM1, and I think to myself, aha, I could knock him out with an ATGM. I go there, and then a Stingray, and, well, then XM1 happens, and then Bradley succumbs to its biggest weakness of being very big. But in hindsight, I should have carried on going forward. If I'd have managed to have got into one of those small alleys or roads, I maybe have been able to escape the XM1 and Stingray, or at least put some rounds into the Stingray. But we did win eventually. Their Stingray ran away and our guys couldn't find it, so we just outcapped them. But we did well, actually. 2 kills. Not bad for a first game. And just over 3,000 damage. About 3,100 damage. Which I think for a first game in this vehicle, after everyone that's been chatting shit about it, I think I actually quite like it as an AFV. I quite respect the Bradley now. After playing it, I do know its weaknesses. It's got weak armour against big guns and MBTs. It's a very big vehicle, and it's not got the most HP. It's good amount of HP, 1,400 and something, I think. I think. I've got a Mark III hull reinforcement on, so I don't know for sure what it actually is. But it does die very quickly to other tier 6 MBTs. But its frontal armour is quite good against other autocannons, which I actually really like, and I've had problems with it in the past. So we got Recon, being a good old AFV ourselves. We came second on top for damage. Hell yeah, I was pretty happy about that, but look at that. Their R2AV was 1 damage out from being second. So I came third on kills, not too bad on assists, second on that, top on spots, third on reputation gain. I'm pretty happy about this game. I thought it showed the pros and cons of the Bradley all very quickly and in one game for you guys. So, what do I think of the Bradley? I think it's a very, very capable AFV, but it does have those big drawbacks, and you've got to learn to live with them. And as always, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.